What's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and I am back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Fear of God 1 in the black colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Rose Gold and Black. So they're an Australian-based men's jewelry and accessory company, and they produce some very high quality, wearable, and versatile products. So today I'm rocking the angel wing necklace in the rose gold colorway, so you'll be able to grab this piece along with some of my other favorites down in the link below with exclusive pricing for my viewers. So jumping straight back into the shoe, these Air Fear of God 1s dropped in December of 2018 for a retail price of $350 US. And for myself, I took an L on the release and I had to pay resale for this pair. So I'm sure you guys are thinking, is this shoe worth the price? Well, let's take a closer look and let's see. So first things first, here's a look at the packaging. For a shoe that's so expensive, I'm glad at least they came with a special edition box. And as you can see, this is a very big box, much bigger than the traditional shoe box, and it's entirely done in this orange color. So at the very top, this font is very small, and I'm sure you guys can't see it, but we have the words Fear of God. This is done in this glossy finish. And then on the sides of the box, we have the Nike swoosh. Inside the shoe box, we have this metallic silver cellophane-like bag, and this holds each of the shoes. Along with this, there's a smaller pouch, which has this Air Fear of God branding on one side and the Nike swoosh on the other. And we'll get into what's inside this pouch later on in the review. And last but not least, we have this black dust bag. We have the handle so you can hold it like so. And on this side, I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not, but it says Air Fear of God on one side. And then on the other side, we have the Nike swoosh. So this bag actually feels like it's pretty good quality, and I'm probably gonna be using this outside of putting the shoes in. So enough of all that, let's jump straight back into the shoes. So these guys are a collaboration between Jerry Lorenzo's Fear of God label and Nike. So Jerry Lorenzo worked alongside Leo Chang, who's one of the more well-known Nike footwear designers. This shoe, which looks like a very fashion-forward sneaker, can actually be worn on the basketball court, and it was worn not too long ago by the Houston Rockets' PJ Tucker. So despite being an all-new silhouette from Nike, this shoe draws a ton of inspiration from older models like the Air Max 180 and the Air Huarache Lite. So the upper half of the shoe is constructed using this black mesh that feels quite soft and is very flexible. The frontal half of the shoe, where the toe box is, this is made out of a very soft, very buttery black suede. Wrapping around the frontal edge of the toe box, we have this additional overlay. This is constructed out of 3M, and it also serves an additional purpose other than being reflective, as giving you added durability. Running up the center of the shoe, we have this black nylon strip, and at the very top, this comes loose, serving as a frontal pull tab. Surrounding the midfoot and the back heel of the shoe on either side, we have this TPU cage, which acts as the top two eyelets, and this draws inspiration from the Air Huarache Lite. On the lateral side only, we have this embossed Nike swoosh, and this has a glossy finish to it. In addition to this cage lacing system, there's also one additional eyelet, and this is constructed out of black flywire. As for the laces, so these come standard with these chunky black rope laces, but they also give you 3 other laces as well. So there's another pair of extra long black laces, and then there's 2 white or cream colored laces, one short and one long. In addition, inside that extra goodie bag in the box, they also give you 2 sets of lace locks, so 2 that are translucent and 2 that are black. Last but not least, there's this rectangle hang tag that has the Air Fear of God branding on one side and the Nike swoosh on the other. If you guys take a look at the back of these shoes, so you can see running down the center, there's this zipper, and this splits that TPU cage in half. As for the zipper itself, we have Nike debossed on one side and Fear of God debossed on the other. Right below the end of the zipper, we have the Nike logo embossed in this glossy finish. So to get in and out of the shoe, this requires unzipping the back heel, and then as I pull apart the exterior, you'll see there's this standing piece of padded suede that not only acts as a heel counter, but it also protects your heels from the zipper. Having the zipper on the back and the suede piece on the heel, this actually made the shoe very difficult to get my foot in and out of. It's another common complaint that other people have, and it's actually true. Getting my foot into the shoe was okay, but then getting my foot out of these shoes definitely took some effort. So these are not a shoe that you're gonna be leaving at the front of your door to just slip on and slip off. As I show you guys the interior of this heel support, so the inside is constructed out of black nylon, and we have this rectangular patch which has the Air Fear of God branding done in this tonal black fashion. As for the interior of the shoe, this is constructed out of this microfiber perforated suede. As expected, this feels very soft to the touch. As I take out the insole, so we have a perforated black insole, and then on the heel, we have the numbers 6, 10, 24, and 25, which I'm not exactly sure what that represents, so if any of you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below. So the upper of these Air Fear of God 1s sits atop this off-white or sail colored midsole. Despite looking very thick, this midsole has a very sleek and minimalistic appearance to it. On the back heel we have the words Fear of God, and then on the lateral side we have Air Fear of God along with SN8329166, which I wasn't sure exactly what this was until I watched Seth Fowler's review, and in that video, Seth mentions that this is Jerry Lorenzo's grandfather's military service number. Right next to this, we have the square window that exposes the Zoom Air cushioning within the shoe, and this draws inspiration from the Nike Air Max 180. So while you can see the Zoom Air bag inside, this plastic piece itself is actually pretty stiff, so unlike your traditional air bubbles where you can kind of squish it and see the air bubbles in action, in this case, you can't really do that by hand because of just how tough this rubber casing is. So the Air Fear of God 1 features double stack Zoom Air. So not only can you see it through the visible window on the heel, but you can also see it as I take out the insole. Despite being a super chunky looking shoe, these are actually pretty comfortable on feet. Flipping these over to the bottom, so here we have your outsole. So this is pretty much entirely done in this sail colored rubber. Aside from the heel window that exposes the black swoosh, the rest of the shoe is uniform, and we have this circular traction pattern that originates from the ball of the foot. So the million-dollar question is sizing. How do these fit? And I gotta say that a lot of the chatter on the internet is true. These guys do run pretty long and narrow, so if you have narrow or normal feet, I would definitely recommend going down a half size from your true size. In my case, my feet measures as a true size 10, it's slightly on the wider side, so I picked these up in a size 10. With that said, the width of the shoe is perfect, however there was about a thumb's width between the edge of the shoe and the edge of my toe. I'm personally curious how the half size down would have fit, but I'm scared that the width of the shoe would have been too tight. However, the lockdown on this shoe is surprisingly pretty good. Your heel feels pretty firmly planted in place, so as a result, my feet weren't sliding around this shoe at all. So in my case at least, sticking true to size because of the width of my foot probably was the right choice. Comfort-wise, as I touched upon briefly earlier, these shoes are surprisingly comfortable. Having that double stack Zoom Air, plus having a pretty soft insole, this meant that the Fear of God 1s felt pretty plush on feet, and they were far from bricks. I did not play ball in these, so I can't give you commentary on how they perform, but just for casual use, the comfort on these is more than enough. Lastly, I want to talk to you guys about quality. So one of the major pain points about this shoe that a lot of people are expressing is the lack of quality control. Specifically, a lot of glue stains were found on other people's pairs, so that was one thing that I was kind of hesitant about, but fortunately my pair was pretty flawless. Aside from maybe 1 or 2 glue stains on the midfoot cage, I had no other issues that I can complain about, so it seems like it's kind of the luck of the draw. Hopefully if you guys do pull the trigger, you manage to luck out like me. So with all that being said, now let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these guys look on feet. Overall, I was decently happy with this shoe, but I would definitely not say that it's worth the resale prices that they're going for. Again, this is totally my opinion and yours could be different, but the look of this shoe just doesn't really match my style. In addition to that, while the construction of this shoe on my pair was pretty good, and while the materials used were decent, I would not say that they're worth the $350 US. However, some of the positives, as I mentioned, the comfort was better than I expected, and there was a ton of little extras included in the box that made unboxing the shoe a pretty good experience. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these Air Fear of God 1s in the black colorway. Are you guys planning to pick these up, or try your luck at the upcoming light bone colorway that's dropping in a few days? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.